got something handy, that'd be okay.
A lot of members of Congress, frankly, from both sides of the aisle, because they just, worry about some sort of expansion or a threat or a domestic threat or something like that that comes from Iran or folks that are tied to them. I think that, it's very hard, dealing with this type of issue the closer you get to the election.
Yeah, last thing on the election, Trey, you look at polls, Republicans are upside down, but it's not actually that far apart, even as Democrats in some corners are being attracted to Democratic socialists, and some are winning in different places across the country. If you're looking at that map, you would say Republicans still have an uphill battle, especially in the House. But we have a long way to go to November.
Yes, sir. There was a while where I think even the Senate felt like it was.
I was going to skip it next year.
I usually skip it anyway.
My friends in the House are slightly more optimistic, but the optimism doesn't come from anything they've done. It comes from the nominees on the Democrat side. When you're running against folks that want to use the flag as a napkin, or folks who belittle American soldiers who were wounded, or who just don't want borders, it makes your job a good bit easier. I mean, the smart money is still on history that Hakeem Jeffries will be the speaker, but God help him when he is, because he's got his own little band of renegades he's got to deal with. So I still say the smart money is on divided government, which Americans seem to like.
That's true. We got a long way to go, though, and we'll talk about it much more on the podcast. Panel, thanks so much. Now for a bit of history. On July 14, 1853, America's first World's Fair opened at the New York Crystal Palace, located where Bryant Park sits today. The massive architectural marvel of glass and iron modeled London's famed exhibition, designed to showcase the world's greatest industrial and artistic inventions. While it initially captured the public's imagination as a premier tourist attraction, the fair structurally closed just a year later, in 1854. 5 years later, in October of 1858, the entire structure was tragically destroyed.
What we got here?
Burning to the ground in
You have a dislike section?
New York City as a
I
premier
use Google.
Yeah.
for innovation, architecture.
Oh, like Google AI?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're sitting in my seat. That's a different mic number.
What do you want me to go over?
I don't
go
know.
over here. Messing with you. It's the next you anyway.
So, AI had a like and dislike section?
Yes.
So AI doesn't like WWE either.
No. It really doesn't.
It was the worst pain I ever felt. It made me think, what will happen with the people I love when my time is up? That's why I have life insurance. Ethos makes it easy. It's all
Camera's off. I
take
think
about
it
10
needs
minutes,
to stay
and you can get up to $3 million in coverage.
Get your free quote at
I think both cameras are on.
Yeah, but looking at
The Facebook one? Or which one are you looking at?
the Facebook one.
I can fix that.
Greg is a real Prevagen user, and
I
this
can
is
see
his
it.
story.
Hi, I'm Greg. I'm not an actor.
YouTube, I
I'm just a
think, is
regular
good.
person. 8 years ago, I just looked like I was on my game. I started taking Prevagen, and I want people to know that Prevagen has worked for me. Give it a try. I want it to help you just like it has helped me.
Prevagen at stores everywhere without a prescription. This product
There's
is
7
not
people
intended
on.
to
Hello,
diagnose,
7
treat,
people.
cure,
Or maybe one
prevent
person.
any disease. Testimonialist was compensated for their.
When Donald Trump needs conservative votes to help pass his agenda for Missouri, Representative Tricia Burns never answers the call. Tricia Burns has missed 370
I think you're
votes.
good there.
Burns is
Okay.
bucking President Trump's
Seems
priorities.
to be
Burns
behind.
did not vote to stop
it's
DEI
like
initiatives,
there
prevent
is
China
like a
from owning Missouri land,
5-second delay.
defund Planned Parenthood, and Burns did not vote to ban boys from girls sports. Tricia Burns not showing up for Missouri and President Trump. Instead, Trisha Burns spends her time pulling pranks on the south side.
I like it when kind of Princey's asks them some of the names are easy to come back to.
Uh-huh.
Edit this. Six minutes and we're live.
Yeah.
We're live right now.
We're live right now. Sarge looks different today.
He lost his hair.
Hey, you don't know.
I don't
I'm
know.
Still on.
'Did you have fun?
Yeah. Summer camp was good. Did you watch Showdown yesterday? You were there.
I'm sure I was on TV. No, it's really deep clean in the kitchen.
We were deep cleaning our bathroom and our bedroom.
I bought a one of those handheld steamers
Okay.
with the hose and everything. Holds about 6 cups of water. Works phenomenal.
What were you steam cleaning?
I was getting dirt off cabinets and
Oh,
stuff.
okay.
Hey, I cook a lot and
Yeah.
end up putting a lot
It's
of
all
grease.
greasy.
Mhm. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yep. Two minutes and we're gonna go live. HT's usually not here.
I know. Normally Sarge is going, where is our resident referee?
I'm residenting today. Try to monitor.
Dude.
Oh, shut up. Here we go. Oh, Sarge is in the chat. He loves my Yeet shirt. Of course he does.
Of course.
And my
I know.
Yeet hat.
No again. That's a double no to you.
Wait, we going live?
In about 3 seconds.
Okay, let's see. Well, good Sunday. This is Uncensored Wrestling Talk. This is not Sarge. This is referee H.D. Daniels. A different voice opening up the show. I am here with Superfan Tim, and we are running the station today.
He
I-
shouldn't have done this.
No, I don't think so.
Who knows what we're going to say today? So he's not here to control us.
No, I questionable decisions on Sarge. We are, Sarge is visiting family. He is out of town. I think he is live and listening to us online. Hopefully we're on the radio and I pressed all the right buttons. We are KYRO 105.3 FM, 1280 AM. Please listen to us on the radio, but also listen to us and watch us on Facebook and YouTube at Uncensored Wrestling Talk.
Yeah. So this day we also have Discord that every day we're in there chatting away. Join the Discord. I'm sure our resident referee will post a link sometime. If not, go back to a previous episode and you can find that link.
Yep.
The Discord channel is Uncensored Wrestling Talk Show.
Yep, there'll be a link posted hopefully sometime if I can find the time. So today we're gonna. What do you want to talk about, Tim? You want to talk about lettuce and?
We could talk about cooking and all that, but no, actually this is Uncensored Wrestling Talk. So let's go into, we got to keep in mind our sponsor,
Yes.
World League Wrestling, NWA World League Wrestling. They are our main sponsor for their show. We do have an event coming up in August 15th.
August
So-
15th, the NWA Showcase.
Yep.
Territory Classic.
It's very cool where we're bringing in territories from all around for the NWA. We're going to have people from obviously World League Wrestling, NWA Joe Kazana Promotions, NWA Chicago, Dog Pound Championship Wrestling, TSW Texas Style Wrestling, KFW Wrestling, NWA New Mexico Duke City Championship Wrestling, Fight the World Wrestling, and other stars are still to be decided.
Yeah, so we have a few stars here. We have Chase Emery from Joe Kazana Productions. We have Bam Bam Malone from NWA Texas. We have Camaro Jackson from World League Wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
We have Caramel Lightning from NWA Texas. Jake Cross from Fight the World Wrestling. And so far, those are the names that are announced. August 15th, HarleyRace.com, get your tickets. This is a show unlike any other show that has ever been had, especially at World League Wrestling or in the NWA in general. So I'll be there.
So, do you have any scoop of how this bracket's supposed to break out?
I don't.
How many matches are we going to see?
I don't. I have no scoop, no inside information. I wish I did.
Well, you're the senior referee. You should be able to.
I just sit in the ring and I count. I try to count. That's all I try to do. I don't have anything else going on.
Oh my gosh. Well, you know, Camaro has a big weight on his shoulders, if you ask me, for this one. Because he is representing the hometown NWA WLW.
Not only the World League Wrestling champion carrying Harley's crown, but representing World League Wrestling.
Mm-hmm. So I'm sure he's going to feel the burden of having to go out and perform and make sure that he comes out on top. But there's some interesting talents. I would going to have to start kind of going around YouTube and try to pick up more information on the ones that are coming in. It sounds like it's going to be a well fought tournament.
Yeah, it's looking real nice. I hope more names are announced. I'm sure they will be. And please follow Facebook, HarleyRace.com. Get your tickets, YouTube, all that stuff.
Yep. If you're one to go ringside, you're out of luck. And from what Sarge was saying, that tickets are selling fast. So
Okay.
get your tickets now. Won't be surprised if it'll be a sellout.
Another sellout.
Yep. So everybody, you know, seeing something live, this is the best event. This is the best crowd. There's not a bad seat in the whole building.
There's also a very special guest I neglected to announce. UFC Ultimate Fighting Champion Matt Hughes will be in appearance. I believe there's a meet and greet for that too.
Correct.
So if you want to meet Matt Hughes, now's your chance. Troy, Missouri, World League Wrestling.
So got that out of the way, and I can't wait. I'm excited. I get goosebumps every day I think about it.
All right, super fan. Where do you want to start?
Oh, part of me wants to go into this farce that we call WWE, but part of me wants to start with AEW because that's where, to me, the real wrestling is at.
So do you want to just go through the week and start the first day of the week?
We could start at the first day of the
Or do
week.
you want to start?
We'll probably, I think we'll end up doing, let's just kind of, unfortunately, let's get through it. Let's get through talk about everything that happened in WWE this week.
I find it absolutely hilarious. Every show we print off just like little notes for us. And today you printed off Google AI notes for recaps of Raw. And there's a like and a dislike section, and the like section is completely empty. Not even AI is liking.
I know, and that's what they're using to write the story. Well, shoot, I mean, wait till we get to last night's main event. I think everything will explain it right there.
However, I will say that the like section is empty for your AEW section.
True. It could be the computer. It could have been the setting. Nobody likes wrestling anymore. No. So Monday night, some of the big things was, again, we saw Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman starting the show, trying to get in the head of Obafemi, bringing out security guards and everything. But Obafemi comes in, wipes out all the security guards, and you come to find out it was all a rouge.
It was all fake.
You know, what is Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar trying to do?
I just want to know what Ova's doing not going after a world championship. Paul Heyman did his best to cover it up.
Yeah.
Like, how stupid are you
Right.
to not go after a world title?
I mean,
But
you won King of the Ring. So is this world title now just going to be, hey, whenever Ova you feel like taking it, we're going to let you go for a title?
there's different semantics going on. One week he says he's putting it on hold, and one week it's
like you this
lost
was your
it.
chance.
Uh-huh.
This was your chance
Yeah.
to do it. And now you're just like,
It's so dumb.
But
It is just so dumb.
hypothetically, you know, now they got this Hell in the Cell match coming up at SummerSlam between Brock Lesnar and Obafemi.
Are you even excited for it?
Actually, I'm curious on that one.
Okay.
That one actually, you know, just to see who's going to come out. You know, is Brock going to retain being the ruler of WWE, or is this the sort of say pass the baton and the torch to
It
Obafemi?
would be detrimental if Obafemi lost.
Mm-hmm.
It would be no return. You can't return from this if you lose.
But my problem is, does that make him too big of a star that he can't be beaten?
Not necessarily. I don't want him to see him go part-time and be a special attraction. I want to see him every week.
Right.
It doesn't make him unbeatable, but it makes him, I think, #1 contender, even though he already is.
Yeah. You know, because you think about his time even at NXT, he was a strong champion.
Yeah.
Very rarely lost. So if they pull that up and start using that even in WWE, how can people really get behind anybody that's even going to face Obafemi?
So if Oba wins, which he should, what should he do next?
To me, you go after whatever championship you want. To me, this means the bloodline. He was probably going to end up going against what I would think Roman Reigns.
So he goes up against Roman Reigns. He basically said he was going to choose Roman Reigns.
Yeah, even back at WrestleMania.
But what's the next thing in September? Is it? I think.
Is it Survivor Series?
No, that's
Or-
November.
That's
I
November.
think Money in the Bank is October. Whatever the pay-per-view is, it's a non-major one. And I don't see Roman Reigns losing at a non-major
No.
show.
But does this turn into, I don't think he, if he's going to get his shot whenever, it's probably going to build up towards WrestleMania next year.
So Money in the Bank is September 8th. And that's a major show. Roman Reigns could possibly lose at Money in the Bank. But I don't know if I see it.
So you're saying Roman Reigns is not he's going to defeat Seth Rollins?
Guaranteed. We'll get into that too and how bored we are with that.
No, it's just one of those that my fear is you put Obafemi so over and such a monster that nobody can beat him. And then it becomes, like you said, an attraction, and you can't bring him out every single week.
So what happened when Brock beat Undertaker?
Everybody cried.
Right,
And-
but he was a special attraction then.
Yeah, he was already a special attraction by
That's
that
true,
point.
he already was. But what did he do after he beat Undertaker? He just went away, I think.
Yeah, he went away, then he came back, and he actually had a title reign after that, but it was another
Right.
year, and then he had a feud with Roman Reigns for a year at several PLEs, and then
So most likely, I guess what's going to happen is bloodline shenanigans, right? So you have your, let's just say he has his match at Money in the Bank, bloodline shenanigans ensue. We go on another 2 months to Survivor Series, and we have War Games.
mhm.
Once again, bloodline versus whoever at War Games. So it'll probably be LA Knight, Solo, Royce Keys, Obafemi versus all the bloodline. It's
on a
ridiculous.
6-on-4.
Yeah. Well, no, they'll have to find 2 more people, so.
But they could always hire the Tongans at that point.
I wonder if Solo would bring the Tongas back. Yeah, that's so.
So
Yeah.
it's one of those that is just. I'm afraid they're going to kill Obafemi before he really has a career.
I don't think they're gonna kill him. He's got to win that title soon enough.
Yeah,
Roman Reigns can't hold it for another 5 years.
no.
Not with what's going on. Not even a year. He can't even hold it for a year, in my opinion.
I think he's going to make it to 1 year and lose it at WrestleMania.
But I have this strong feeling it's gonna be Roman versus Rock.
Oh, at
And
WrestleMania?
they don't need the title for that because
No,
it's in Saudi and they're gonna throw a ton of money. I
Right.
really hope I've been wanting to see Roman versus Rock.
Yeah, but
So-
they've been building that for 2-3 years now. So
Right. I really hope that happens.
So we saw the Vision come out and face the Alpha Academy, Otis and Tozawa. What did you think of that segment?
I don't know.
Forgettable, yes.
Let's see. So,
You know, it's the whole Maxine Dupree, bringing in her into the Vision. You know, Paul Heyman seems to be enjoying Maxine to be in.
well, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. The only intriguing thing to me in this is Paul Heyman being like, "What does the Vision need me for?" And I think he's right. We don't need Paul Heyman with the Vision anymore.
No,
I don't know if Maxine's gonna be their mouthpiece, but
I hope not.
yeah. Maybe they don't need a mouthpiece because they all can do decent on the microphone. But I'm just not digging the Vision so much. Like Austin, Logan, and Maxine could do their own thing. Braun Breaker can break out
Right.
and do his own.
See,
He can break out.
the Brownies need to come back whenever.
I agree. The Bronies.
When Bronson Reed makes it back, you know, put the belts on those two and let them roll.
Well, maybe they could with the, you know, what's it called, the Freebird rule. If
Right.
he ever comes back, maybe those two can't hold the tag belts. But yeah, I don't know. Bored.
Yeah.
They're making Otis look like a fool.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Probably setting up a Chad Gable reunion. Probably.
Yeah, I mean, eventually they're going to kind of get back together, but then if Chad Gable brings Otis back in, what about the Creed brothers? Now he's kind of left them out in the cold.
Yeah, but he's a good guy now, and the Creed brothers are bad guys. So I don't know if that's even ever going to be referenced again.
Right.
It might be.
You know, or just send the Creed brothers down to AAA Mexico.
Have them fight the War Raiders?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Let's run that. Let them go there. Also during the night, we had Io Sky and Roxanne Perez. Man, Roxanne Perez is just getting no love, if you ask me.
Where is she supposed to fit in with everything going on?
No, I know. I mean, I guess I really like Roxanne Perez ever since she started in NXT, and just the way her character is and it developed, and you know, you should get into that point where you want to root for her even though she's a bad person. You know, she's going to take the shortcut. She's going to try to figure a way, but yet something about her style and just her ability elevates people in the ring with her.
So yeah, she's solid in the ring, and I think it's again more long-term than it needs to be, but she's taken the abuse from Liv Morgan. Sooner or later, she's going to turn and break away and, I don't know, go hang out with Finn Balor on SmackDown, I don't know. Or go hang out with Jamie and the Judgment Day Rejects, I don't know.
Or does Roxanne and Raquel
and Roxanne
break out of Judgment Day too? Because both them, you know, they're doing everything they can to help Liv, and Liv's really not reciprocating, and she's causing them losses, if you ask me.
Raquel is due for a mid-card title, Intercontinental or U.S. title. I don't care which one, but she needs to have one of those. So she can stay in the Judgment Day and earn that title if she wants, or she can break out. She can be a babyface. I think people are getting behind her. So, I don't know. Judgment Day is just awful right now. It's just terrible.
Judgment Day is awful. You know, you got the Bloodline with going with Solo Sikoa, Royce Keys. You know, everything is just kind of just like blah.
It's just blah. And on the note of blah, we're going to take our first break.
First break.
How long is the first break, Tim?
It's less than 60 seconds, maybe like 59?
Maybe like 59 seconds. So let me figure out how to do this. So I'm going to click. Okay, here. We'll be right back.
Welcome to MegaNet. For slow internet, press 1. For indifferent customer service, press 2. For confusing pricing, press 3. For extremely long wait times, stay on the line. You are 87th in line, 85th in line, 87th in line, 85th in line, 85th in line.
Where there was frustration, now there's satisfaction.
Hello, this is Helen at Gateway Fiber. How may I help you?
Isn't it time to refresh your internet provider? For more information,
Morning,
visit
Mama Bear.
gatewayfiber.com.
Finley Shoe Store is a local family and veteran-owned tradition in historic downtown Troy, Missouri, dedicated to serving the local community and providing great customer service. Their brands include Red Wing, Irish Setter, Works, Birkenstock, Brooks, Merrill, New Balance, Skechers, Thorogood, as well as Superfleet insoles, state-of-the-art 3D foot scanner to ensure you get just the right insoles for you. Finley Shoe Store, providing men's and women's quality footwear in Lincoln County area since 1947. Finley Shoes, 636-528-8247.
And we're back. I think
We're
I did
back?
that right. We're back. I can hear you. I hope you can hear me. I did my first break, I think, correctly. So where were we with Monday Night Raw?
So are you okay with the
No.
bloodline and and then your guy, where is he at?
I don't know. I
I
don't
mean,
know where Mr. Yi is.
He took a beating,
Yeah.
and now in Saudi Arabia. Is he still over in Saudi Arabia, just hanging and chilling?
No, he was back in Saudi Arabia.
Was he back?
Wasn't he? I don't know.
See, I don't know.
I don't know either.
It's always now. It's just LA Knight versus Jimmy.
But LA Knight told him to go pick up Jay, didn't he? Because it's going to be the Usos and Jacob versus the three of them
Right.
at SummerSlam. So Jay will be in the mix there. You know, they tagged at WrestleMania in a match that nobody cared about, and now we're having them face each other in a match nobody cares about. Trying to give them all something to do. I mean, it's obvious they're just trying to give them something to do.
Right.
No, I hate everything about the Bloodline. The only thing I like about the Bloodline is that Roman Reigns is there every week, but Roman Reigns isn't doing anything worthwhile every week.
No, and most of the time he never wrestles. On a Monday Night Raw, let alone when he was on SmackDown. He doesn't wrestle. He goes out, takes a 20-minute walk around the stage, putting his finger in the air, and expect everybody just to acknowledge him.
And people do.
I know.
Suckers.
They are. A lot of lollipops out there.
Bunch of suckers.
So let's jump to Friday night with SmackDown again. All of this is leading up to Saturday night's main event. Some of the big storylines: Gunther and demanding a match with Cody Rhodes, but obviously here comes Adam Pearce. So it surprised me that Nick Aldis was not at last Friday night's SmackDown.
Did they explain why? I can't remember.
They really didn't explain it, but it was more or less because he got choked out the week before and kind of blamed Gunther for not actually letting Nick complete everything that he was going to say. Because supposedly Nick petitioned that the winner of the tag team match between CM Punk, Cody Rhodes versus Gunther and Sami Zayn, if Gunther and Sami Zayn were to win it, they would be added to that match, or added to the main event match at SummerSlam. So that, Gunther was all happy about that.
Right. I thought that was a guarantee that we were going to get a Fatal 4-Way, and I thought that would have been a little bit more interesting than what they're trying to force feed us.
Right.
But we'll get there.
But I was, the fact that Adam said, Gunther, you should be thanking Nick Aldis because he's still giving you this opportunity after what you did to him. Obviously, the previous week was whenever Gunther decided to apply the sleeper and not let it go.
And now we're setting up Gunther versus Nick Aldis.
Do you think that's going to happen at SummerSlam? Or do you think it's still... Is it going to be built all the way to WrestleMania?
No, it wouldn't be WrestleMania, but they could definitely prolong this to at least Money in the Bank. They don't have to have the match now, knowing WWE. They could just keep going on and on and on. I don't know if they think Nick Aldis is SummerSlam worthy, but maybe it'd be a retirement match. Maybe this is another match for Gunther to retire somebody.
It very well could be.
Unless Nick Aldis is coming back full time, there is no reason for him to beat Gunther.
No. And if you do, you just took him out of the top performance and top of the card
I've been disappointed that Nick Aldis hasn't been wrestling. Maybe WWE just doesn't care for him to wrestle. I'm happy that he has a living because he has a family and everything, and he can be on TV, and he's a fine GM, but he's a good wrestler.
Yeah.
Maybe he doesn't want to do it anymore. Maybe WWE doesn't care for him to wrestle, and this is just another victim for Gunther.
Yeah, it's like anybody that comes from an indie or another organization, you want to give them their at least one time shining.
Adam Pearce never had one.
But Adam Pearce pretty much said he was never going to wrestle again.
Right.
Nick Aldis never said he was not going to wrestle again.
Maybe he's decided. We don't know.
Right.
We don't really know what's going on there.
Now, would it be great to see Nick Aldis? Yeah. Can he hold like he used to when he was in TNA and all that? I don't know.
I don't know if he can wrestle like he used to in TNA, NWA. I'm still disappointed he left the NWA. That still is a thorn in my side or opinion. But I wish he would have never left. He really kept NWA together.
Yeah.
He's probably making more money now.
Obviously.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm indifferent to this whole thing.
Yeah.
I don't want Gunther to beat another, and it sounds so silly, but like another one of my favorite wrestlers. I don't need Gunther doing this.
Right.
It doesn't
retire another one.
Yeah.
And put another notch on his belt. But Gunther is, I think, probably one of the better WWE in-ring wrestlers.
In ring, he's fine. He's still a bit on the bland side. There's nothing exciting about the way he wrestles. Not to me.
Right.
Nothing exciting.
You're just ready for another roll-up pin and
a powerbomb roll-up that has no flair or excitement to it. I don't know. There's a few Gunther matches I've liked, but most of them has just been. I just haven't liked them.
Are you okay with CM Punk being the champion now?
I'm not. Nope.
Do you like how it went down? Because you were gone last week whenever this whole thing went down. You were gone whenever they were in Chicago, and oh my gosh, who was going to show up to face Sami Zayn after being taken out by Gunther?
So I actually don't mind that Sami had a short reign. They gave him the title, they gave him his flowers. His name is in the list of WWE champions when you go to look it up. That's great. It's okay. A little bit longer would have been okay, but a short reign was fine with me. It gives a little bit of sympathy to Sami, even though he's kind of a heel now. CM Punk coming back in Chicago, if this was, 2013, it would have been awesome, but he's turning into Roman now.
Right.
And Cody, they're shoving him down our throats.
Mm-hmm. And that's what we were talking about a little bit last week. Just the constant, here, you're going to like this person. Mm-hmm. You're not going to like this person.
Yep.
Here, this person you're going to root for to win. This person he's going to lose.
And it's reminded me of John Cena during the Super Cena era.
Mm-hmm.
You will cheer for this John Cena, and if they're not careful, people are going to turn.
Yeah. And it's probably one of the big reasons why I'm more on the AEW side, because I said last week, and it kind of really rang in my head, intrigue. There has to be intrigue.
So I think about that. I think about that all the time. We'll get into AEW later, but Tony Khan is in charge, but I don't know who's helping him run that place. It's just so much better.
Yeah.
The wrestling, the stories, the shows, it's just better. I don't know what's going on.
And when I say intrigue, you got two people that are wrestling each other that you really, they could go either way on this one.
Agreed.
WWE, it is just like cookie cutter, straight out by the book.
SmackDown was just straight up boring.
Oh yeah.
It
was brutal.
SmackDown was straight up just, what are we doing here? The wrestling itself too.
Yeah.
They're going through the motions. There's nothing exciting. I felt that during the Finn Balor match. Just, what are we doing here? What are we? And then the Tiffany match too.
Right.
Just, I don't even care about this match because you're just going through just stereotypical boring wrestling.
What do you think of them actually going out and now we're going to have an interim women's champion?
So I'm somewhat excited for the ladder match because it's a ladder match, but I don't care about this.
Right.
At all.
strip Rhea Ripley of the title.
Yeah.
I hate it when they do an interim because then it's like, well, you just held my place.
Yeah.
It
So
doesn't mean anything.
No, but if they stripped Rhea, it would be the exact same story. It would literally be
Right.
the same thing. I never lost this belt. You're just holding it for me. So it's literally the same. We're just going to have an extra belt now when she comes back. It's the same story.
Right, and then they
So
have
I
to
don't-
combine belts. There has to be a match to combine belt. You stand there. I'm the champion. See, I've got
Yeah.
this belt. I've got this belt.
I guess from a statistical standpoint, we've never had an interim women's champion ever, I don't think.
I don't think so.
This will be the first ever.
It'd be the first one, but it's an old storyline that's ran its course several times.
Did they announce? I don't think they announced participants.
Well, we know that Tiffany qualified,
Okay.
and then Jade
Here, let me.
Jade Cargill qualified because of the interference by Charlotte Flair, causing Nia Jax to lose.
Okay, so we have Tiffany Stratton and Jade Cargill have secured the first two spots in the 5-woman ladder match to crown an interim WWE Women's Champion at SummerSlam. All right, so we have Tiffany and Jade.
Okay.
So we're gonna. It's almost guaranteed that one of those two is gonna win, right? So do we get Tiffany 2 belts, or do we get Jade versus Rhea again later?
Unfortunately, because of, and I'm going to say because Bianca Belair is out for 9 months to a year still, that it's going to be Jade, and Jade's going to win, and you're going to see Jade and Rhea again. Right. or is this where, Raquel from Judgment Day wins a match? Because I'm sure Monday night there's going to be some matches for people to be able to, also qualify. I'll be shocked if they don't do some women from Monday Night Raw into it.
Oh, they probably will.
They
probably, maybe an NXT gal. I don't know. Let's see.
So, that's going to be interesting to see how that really flows out. But what else that happened on Friday night that was worth anything? We had Gunther and Cody Rhodes did actually have a match together. Decent match, but of course, outside how comes CM Punk to protect Cody Rhodes? And then Sammy gets involved, and then the show goes off the air with just this big melee between the four of them.
And this is such, what's the word I'm looking for? Fabricated anger? Fabricated...
I was thinking more predictability.
It's predictable, and it's just so... Like when Cody Rhodes was cutting his angry promo on Gunther, I was like, this just sounds so fake and unauthentic.
Right.
And you don't care about this. I can tell in your voice. Why should we care about this?
Right.
You slammed my head into a car, and it's like, nobody
I'm
cares.
sorry.
Yeah.
The thing about it is, he got literally his head between the door frame and the car door. And kicked, bloodied.
And you're still alive.
You're still alive, and you're wrestling like 5 days later. But you couldn't wrestle that Monday night to
No, he couldn't.
retain your title.
He couldn't. CM Punk had to wrestle.
Right. I was telling Sarge that it would have been funnier that night if Danhausen would have came out. Because everybody knew it was going to be CM Punk. Danhausen's originally from Chicago.
Yes, but I don't know how that would have been received.
That's what I want to know. Would he have gotten booed?
In the main event of Monday Night Raw against Sami Zayn, Danhausen would have lost, probably.
Right.
And we can't have Danhausen losing right now just because. I don't know about that one. It would have been funny.
It would have been fun. It would have been the swerve that nobody was paying attention to.
I'll give you funny.
Because you're in Chicago, you knew CM Punk was there. And listen to people go, yeah, he showed up and, 2 hours later he's wrestling. Please. He was there all day. Come on. It had already been announced that he was supposed to be there.
Was it?
Yeah,
Oh,
2
okay.
weeks before, CM Punk was going to come out in Chicago and say goodbye to Raw because now he's on SmackDown.
Wait, he got traded to SmackDown before he won the title? Are we sure about that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. I don't recall that. Maybe because I was bored and not paying attention.
Yes.
In the Facebook chat, Sarge says, Sarge, don't text and drive. Jordan Grace should be put in the women's ladder match. And I would be,
Why not? Yeah.
I would lose my mind if she became the interim women's champion. But she won't.
No. It's going to be a long time before they put a belt on her. Oh.
Okay, so with that being said, we are going to take our next break. Let's see if I can do this right. We'll be right back in a few minutes.
People are talking about Don Julio's Mexican restaurant in the Winfield Plaza and Don Julio's Taco Express at number 3 Troy Center. Setting the standard for authentic Mexican food and great drinks. Carry out or dine in 7 days a week at both great
I don't
locations.
know which one is the
Stop
car
in
one.
or
I see
order
one
online
car
for
one,
carryout
but
at
I'm sure.
DonJuliosWinfield.com or DonJuliosTroy.com.
That's a car one.
Don Julio's Mexican restaurant in the Winfield Plaza and Don Julio's Taco Express at number 3 Troy Center. And don't forget, buy one, get one free on Wednesday in Troy and on Monday in Winfield.
I think the first one.
That's Don Julio's Mexican restaurant in the Winfield Plaza and Don Julio's Taco Express at number 3 Troy Center. Veteran owned and operated. Bringing great authentic Mexican food home to Lincoln County. Hasta pronto.
Hasta pronto. Or hasta pronto.
Weber Chevrolet. In the auto business, you don't just automatically stick around for 120 years. You've got to earn it. We've come a very long way from selling wagons and farm implements and the like on the riverfront where the Arch now stands. Now, we have 4 great dealerships in the St. Louis and Southern Illinois areas, all in the 270 loop. It's a legacy built on trust, hard work, and commitment to our community. But what matters most is you, our valued customers. It's no surprise, times have changed, vehicles have changed, car buying has changed, but we're still here to do what we've done for the past 120 years, helping people find great cars and trucks to meet their family's needs and budgets. And that's something that nobody else can say. See for yourself why for 120 years, Weber has been the name that you can rely on. Visit us at any of our locations in Granite City, Columbia, Illinois, and Creve Coeur. You can also find us on Facebook on WeberAutomotive.com.
When Donald Trump needs conservative votes to help pass his agenda for Missouri, Representative Tricia Burns never answers the call. Tricia Burns has missed 370 votes. Burns is bucking President Trump's priorities. Burns did not vote to stop DEI initiatives, prevent China from owning Missouri land, defund Planned Parenthood, and Burns did not vote to ban boys from girls' sports. Tricia Burns not showing up for Missouri and President Trump. Instead, Tricia Burns spends her time pulling pranks on the suicide prevention hotline. Yes, you heard that right. Tricia Burns lied to the police and staged a fake suicide emergency. She sent a series of messages to the hotline and said she, quote, had a gun to her head, end quote. When she got caught, she said there'd be no consequences because she's a politician. By August 4th, vote to show Tricia Burns that there are consequences to being bad at your job. Cut the Bull Pack paid for and is responsible for the content of this advertising, not authorized by any candidate or candidate committee.
And we're back.
We're back.
Uncensored Wrestling Talk. This is KYR 105.3 FM, 1280 AM. I am referee H.D. Daniels. He is Superfan Tim.
You're not going to call me the Nematode Nelly?
I don't even know what that means. So I can't. I don't like to use words that I don't understand the definition of.
So the nematode came out because one of the producers here at the station thought that I was getting underneath people's skin, so he started calling me the nematode.
Why though? Like, are
Because-
you a reptile?
No. Just the fact that I would just get underneath his skin and be like this growth or something. So he started calling me Nematode.
Oh, you're a
I
growth.
thought, hey, let's put in Nelly. So then it just became Nematode Nelly.
What is the significance of Nelly?
It just sounded really cool.
Oh, okay. All right. All right.
Nelly's cool.
Nelly the rapper?
Yeah.
Or Nelly the female singer?
Nelly the rapper.
Where were we, sir?
So we were kind of finishing up the debacle that we call Friday Night SmackDown.
What did we miss that is of note? Anything with...
It was interesting about the Damian Priest talking to CM Punk, saying, hey, keep that belt warm, appreciate you shouting my name out.
Right.
It was interesting that his name was brought up because there's people out there like Drew McIntyre. Where's he at?
So I am a fan of when someone, I mean, obviously my opinion, but when I get sick and tired of seeing someone, just go away for a while. And I am glad that Drew's not been around. I am happy with the break. I've always been a fan of him, but he didn't have anything else to do other than come out and whine and cry.
Right.
And if he still comes back and he whines and cries, that's okay, but at least we've had
A break.
At
We've
least
had a couple months of not listening to it.
at least 6 months without it.
Was it a WrestleMania? I think was that? Or
So yeah, he lost that Street Fight or whatever the heck it was at WrestleMania, and we haven't seen him since, and that is okay.
Right.
But I also think that the Damian Priest World Title run has been kind of forgotten.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, because I mean, he kind of got it through because he cashed in his money in the bank. Really wasn't. I mean, it was like 2 or 3 months, but it really wasn't. At that point, you're still embroiled with this whole Judgment Day
right.
stuff.
And that's when the Judgment Day was at its peak. I'll
Mhm.
say that. I think him and Rhea were champions at the same time, which was cool. And I didn't mind his reign, but yeah, he brought up Damian Priest as a former champion. You're like, yeah, that's true. He was.
Right. Because the reason I bring up Drew McIntyre is because now you just brought back Baron Corbin, and you got Drew McIntyre sitting on the sidelines.
Do we have to talk about Baron Corbin?
Why not? Baron Corbin was let go, spent some time in the Indies, and all of a sudden he's back.
He is back to be fodder to whoever they need him to be fodder to. He's not
think
gonna,
so?
He's not going to do nothing.
You don't think he's going to actually capture the United States Championship?
He'll be fodder for Trick Williams for 4 or 5 months. Ugh. I saw his face and I was like, no, please.
But at least it's not broke Baron Corbin or rich Baron Corbin. At least it's just the original lone wolf Baron Corbin.
Right, but and you know what? I have nothing against Baron Corbin in particular. He's a good wrestler. He's decent. He's solid. His promos are fine. They're gonna do nothing with him. Just watch. It's not gonna happen. Trick Williams is too hot right now, even though his storylines are boring and stale too.
Right.
I assume he's moving on to Baron Corbin. Nothing's gonna happen.
That's obviously they brought him in. You're right, as cannon fodder because Carmelo is now put on the back burner.
And
do you think that's right? Because
so what I think they need to do is put Ricky Starks,
Ricky Saints,
and Mello as a tag team. They're literally the same character. They're the same person. Their music is the same. Their style is the same. Their personality is the same. Make them a tag team. Call them whatever. And then they can go and do that for a while.
Call them twins?
Well, they're not exactly twins. But I really think that they'd be a fine tag team. Maybe, I mean, they're small. There's not a cruiserweight tag team, but they could be a AAA tag team. Lucha Libre champions because they're smaller, but yeah, they're gonna do nothing. Mello and Starks aren't gonna do anything. Mello and Saints, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah. Do you like the fact they brought the War Raiders back to SmackDown?
Okay, so this is what I like. I like the fact that they came out of nowhere with championships on their shoulders. So, hey, the War Raiders are back. They've done nothing. Oh, but they're champions. That's a little bit intriguing. I like that.
I like the fact that they say they've demolished the tag team division in AAA.
I don't know if I'm just weird. They're champions, which is cool, but they're they're Lucha Libre champions.
So they're lesser champions in your opinion?
Not lesser. They don't fit. Why are they Lucha Libre champions when they're
not Lucha Libre
monster
wrestlers?
Vikings? They're Vikings. They're not Lucha Libre wrestlers. It doesn't make any sense to me, but I don't. It's okay. Like, I'm not mad about it, but it doesn't make any sense to me. Like,
no, I agree. I mean, you know, because you think of AAA, you think of the heritage, you think of the Lucha Libre and all their style. And here you have two monsters going in there and just taking over and going, we're going to take these back and show them off.
I mean, good on Undertaker for doing something with them. Undertaker's getting a lot of praise for what he's doing down there, but it's just weird.
Have you cut any AAA on YouTube?
A little bit, but not a lot. Undertaker's being praised as like Booker of the Year down there. I don't know if that's quite true.
They're really hanging on, I think, the El Grande versus El Grande match.
The fans down there really confuse me. It doesn't make any sense. The way that they react to things, they react to people literally insulting their own culture.
Yeah, you know, hey, but they're passionate.
They are.
You know, they'll sit there and they'll sing the songs and you know, follow along, which is good, you know.
So anyway, back to the War Raiders though. They are, I don't know, they're champions. NXT champions, AAA champions. They're developmental champions, to put it frankly. What are they gonna do?
Nothing. But are you excited about the whole Damian Priest and R-Truth title reign?
I think it's reminding me of Goldust and Booker T type of a thing, or a Hurricane and a Kane type of a tag team. Two people that don't go together, making the tag team division fun. I think they're fun. Damian Priest has this. He needs a little bit more entertainment to come out of him. He's so monotone and talks like this all the time. But him and Truth, I think they're fun. And if Truth wants to turn it on, he can wrestle.
Yeah. I still find it hard to look at R-Truth without the dreads.
Me too. And every time I see him, I think of how terrible it was that they made him cut his hair for a storyline that went nowhere with John Cena. Sucks.
Of course, if you look at what it was put out in all the dirt sheets, actually Truth wanted to cut his hair, is what they say.
I heard that too. I think that whole thing was just a setup for Unreal.
Right. Which is coming out soon. On July 21st.
The fact that Unreal is its own kayfabe within the world of kayfabe just makes it so much more kayfabe, and I can't get into that. I have trouble getting into that show. We're gonna admit it's fake, or we're gonna manipulate the fakeness.
Right.
I don't like it.
You don't like it.
What do I like from WWE?
I don't know.
Rhea Ripley's one thing that comes to mind. I like Jey Uso, Yeet. Neither one have been around for a while.
You know, I like LA Knight. I like the Underdog.
I like LA Knight, but his promos are all the same now.
Right.
He's turning into Drew McIntyre. He's the replacement Drew McIntyre.
I would really get behind Penta if they would just call it the Destroyer.
Oh, come on.
And Sarge is like, it's a Mexican Destroyer. That's where it was originated.
And the Mexican Muscle Buster, sir, from his brother.
Right. No, that's different.
Okay, so have we covered SmackDown?
I think we're done with SmackDown.
I want to be done with SmackDown.
You want to be done with SmackDown? that kind of leads us into Saturday night's main event.
Unfortunately, we can get started on that before we break for the first hour. So, I will say that Saturday night's main event is notorious for nothing happening. some stuff happened.
Actually, some stuff happened.
Yeah. So where should we start with some of that stuff?
Well, let's start with the very first match, the Women's Tag Team Championship, where Paige and Brie Bella took on Lainey Reed and Fallon Henley.
So we have new champions.
Yes.
And that really only happens on Saturday night's main event when there's a vacancy in the title or it's a new title.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think in the modern era it has ever changed hands. Did CM Punk win his world title on main event against Gunther?
No, I don't think so. But
if he did, that's the only other time that I can recall.
Little HD would know.
He probably would.
I was so happy to see that.
I know you were.
The weight of the women's championship is off my shoulders.
Yes, but I have not been able to buy into Fatal Attraction.
Why not?
I don't know. There's something about the way that they're portraying themselves that just feels like they're going through the motions, like they're choreographic.
Right. But at least Fatal Attraction, you know who the leader is. You know who the other two are. And they're very straightforward. Obviously, Fallon Henley and Lainey Reed are the secondaries. Perfect spot. They said they were going to get the tag team championship. And I think it's a great faction to have there.
Perfect spot. They said they were going to get
You're going to echo me, aren't you?
No. Just refreshing the Facebook feed.
So I'm happy with it. I thought it was a decent match, but I'm going to note that there was actually some color in that match, surprisingly.
Okay. Accidental color.
Accidental color.
Yeah. I was a fan of the Paige and Brie title reign. I didn't mind it really at all. I thought they put in the work to keep the titles meaning something. I think Paige can still wrestle, not like she used to. And I always thought Brie was the better of the twins.
Right.
So I thought that tag team reign was good.
But the whole, it ended up being their reign was how can we swerve and hold on to the titles?
Right. And they did until now.
Right.
Hopefully we don't get any more rematches and we can move on. Maybe Paige will wrestle for the U.S. title or something. That would be cool, I think.
See, I thought last night Nikki Bella was going to return and kind of break up and cause...
Oh, maybe we're setting it up for 3 versus 3. Maybe
Could be.
This is our setup for War Games, which, blah. I don't know. I kind of want to see Paige go after that U.S. championship. That would be fun, I think.
Yeah. Get her a singles run and see what she can do with it.
But I don't know what Fatal Attraction's going to do next, and maybe that's a good thing that I don't know.
Yeah. Then we had, after that, was the Danhausen J.D. McDonough. Why was this even on Saturday night's main event?
To sell t-shirts. It was on Saturday night's main event to sell Danhausen t-shirts.
And the fact that it was in New York and he uncursed the Knicks. There's a common thing that's going to flow along with last night. The Knicks. The Knicks.
I don't know what benefit anyone has from this, but I'm tired of the Knicks.
Oh.
Even if I was a basketball fan, I'd be tired of the Knicks.
Yeah, I am absolutely tired of listening about the Knicks. And then this whole Danhausen thing. He can't wrestle one-on-one. He's always has to have something.
Do you mean he literally can't, or the way that he's being booked?
The way he's being booked,
okay.
He won't. Because if I say can't, then you're going to say, well, Dominic Mysterio can't wrestle. But he's better than Danhausen.
No, I wouldn't go that. I wasn't even going to bring him up because I hate him so much.
I know.
But I will say Danhausen is limited in his standard wrestling ability.
Right.
His character is what's keeping him over, and if he wrestles limitedly, I guess forever, I guess that's okay. I don't know.
But you knew there was going to be interference.
Yes, he did.
no disqualification. And, of course, the mini Danhausens come out, which I think was hilarious. But then they got a B-Town, of all people. How
Yes.
dare you, J.D. McDonough, throw someone the size of Aiden Riley into the barricade?
Oh no, I don't think he's in the chat today.
I know
I
he's
don't
not,
think
he's not in
there.
the chat, but every week I have to poke Aiden Riley at least
Yeah,
once.
you're right.
And then it'd be like, you're not poking the bear, he's poking the bear.
All right, we got about 20 seconds before our first hour break.
That one's about 6 minutes.
We'll tease it. Yeah, it's about 6 minutes. We'll tease it that we finally got the reveal of Danhausen's monster,
Mm-hmm.
and it was disappointing.
I don't know if it was actually his monster. But
All right, we'll be
get
right
into
back
it.
after this.
Live from the Gateway Fiber Studios, online at gatewayfiber.com. News Radio.
Little HD hasn't seen it yet. He's gonna be like, "Who the heck is that guy?"
Yeah.
And most wrestling fans don't
Argentina
care
and Spain
about it.
face
They're
off
like,
to
"Who the heck
determine
is
this
that
year's
guy?"
World Cup champion.
Ugh,
Executive Director of the
can't
White
stand
House
it.
Task Force on the FIFA World Cup
Yeah.
2026, Andrew Giuliani on
Ah.
Fox and Friends Weekend.
There was going to be
I mean,
no
you don't have
better
anything
example
else
of
but
American
to go,
exceptionalism during
what
our
are you
first
doing?
250
And the
years
fact that
and the hope and promise
they don't
during our next 250
care.
years. This was President
They
Trump's
don't
vision,
care.
and we've
The
executed
the
it
money
incredibly
machine
well.
is making
The
money,
game is at
and
3 p.m. Eastern.
I don't want to be so negative about it, but
The lack of care from whoever's running WWE, I guess it's Paul, is
or is it TKO?
it's
is,
unreal.
is this Paul or is this TKO?
I don't know. It's unreal how terrible it is. Just the lack of care.
It's like, okay, this is what we're gonna build up, and then to act like it's like you said with Unreal swerving the swerve. Really?
They're using Unreal to set up storylines for Raw. And then they have to match up.
What they're
They have to sync Unreal release with what's going on Raw so that you can push the people that are being pushed on Unreal. It's also fake.
yeah. Because what the 21st is going over the last ride of John Cena.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah, because now they shown one going in behind the scenes with Cody Rhodes for a while.
Yeah.
So I think there's some more with CM Punk behind the scenes.
I don't care.
So it's all your top people that, So next year on Unreal will be what? The Bloodline, Roman Reigns, again, rehashing how bad it is.
I don't know if Roman Reigns has ever been on Unreal, has he?
No.
Okay.
But I would say it's probably rehashing the whole Seth Rollins Roman Reigns thing for the 20,000th time.
I don't care what Sarge says. I want John Moxley to appear at SummerSlam. I want them to
But
make
he's
a
under
deal.
contract.
I want them to make
He's
a
under
deal.
contract.
I want
He's
them to make
not-
a deal where John Moxley can make a one-time appearance at SummerSlam. That would be really cool.
Yeah.
Won't happen.
Won't happen. No. But it'll be interesting to see what happens with how long they're going to, before people start revolting. And unfortunately, they're never going to revolt against WWE.
I don't think they're going to revolt because it's turning into, if you have a lot of money, it's just a thing to do, like going to a Las Vegas boxing match. WrestleMania comes to town, you just pay a lot of money and go.
The only way is stop going to these events.
People won't.
But people won't.
I won't. Unfortunately,
No, I know. It just, and that's why your best bang for your buck is to go see NWA, WLW.
That's right. There you go. World League Wrestling, indie wrestling. Support
Yes.
indie wrestling.
Support the indie wrestling. $20 gets you a ticket to see live actions where you feel like you're right there in the ring with them. But unfortunately, there's no reason for them to change. no reason for WWE to change. They're making their money.
Oh, yeah, there's no reason for them to change. Why would they? Just want to check my battery level. If I can.
And he's twisting and turning around the cable.
Okay, let's see. I can't read that. I just have to hope that it works.
We'll be back live in about a minute and a half.
A minute and a half. Press the red buttons.
Overall, Young today is 7 under through 17 holes. New Zealand's Ryan Fox is 1 shot back at 9 under par overall. American Sam Burns, who entered the final day with the lead, is 2 shots back. He has bogeyed 3 of his last 4 holes. Scotty Scheffler is 3 shots back. Today he is 3 under through 13 holes. In the NFL, Philadelphia Eagles running back Saquon Barkley and his family were unharmed after an attempted burglary of his Philadelphia area home early on Saturday morning. Police are seeking at least 2 suspects. At least one of them entered the home while Barkley and his family were inside.
From the Meyer Auction and Real Estate Weather Center, here's your updated KYRO forecast. Chance of thunderstorms this afternoon. Otherwise, sunshine mixed with clouds at times. High temperatures reach up to 90. Mainly clear skies. Tonight, slight chance for storms. Lows level off around 70. Currently, it's 88 degrees. That's the latest from News Radio KYRO. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
The mics are live.
And the mics are live. We're back. This is hour 2 of Uncensored Wrestling Talk. I am referee H.T. Daniels. I am not Sarge Phillips. He is not here. He is Superfan Tim. We are running the station. He left us in charge.
With the cat's away, the mice will play.
I'm pressing all kinds of buttons here on the board. I hope we're live. I hope we're live at KYRO 105.3 FM and 1280 AM. If you're on the radio, I would love to know if I'm doing this right. Go to Facebook and tell me if you can hear me on the radio. Go to YouTube and tell me if we're on the radio. Uncensored Wrestling Talk. Just find us. We're live. So, super fan, Mr. Nelly.
Mr. Nelly.
Before we get back into our conversation, let's conduct some business for the second hour. Our main sponsor is NWA World League Wrestling. There's a big show coming up in a couple of weeks, about a month or so, August 15th at the Race Wrestling Arena. We're calling it the NWA Showcase, the Territory Classic, August 15th, Troy, Missouri. What do you think?
Get your tickets. It's going to sell out. I'll tell you right now, it's going to sell out. You know, it's a great idea, the tournament style. They're getting all the territories together to see who's the best territory. And I'm assuming that they're going to crown a territory winner that night.
You know what? Your guess is as good as mine. Even as an employee of the referee guild.
As a senior referee, how many matches are you going to have to ref that night?
You know what? It could be 20 matches. I don't know. Me and Brandon have our work cut out for us. I'm going to go through a list of some of the announced participants from all over the country in the NWA territory. So we have Chase Emery from Joe Kazana Promotions. We have Bam Bam Malone from NWA Texas. We have Camaro Jackson from World League Wrestling. We have Caramel Lightning from NWA Texas. And we have Jake Cross from Fight the World Wrestling. More names should be announced within the next month.
Really, every week they're announcing more names.
So we are preparing ourselves for a great night, August 15th. HarleyRace.com, get your tickets. we will find out who's going to be the NWA Territory Classic Champion, and there's one more name, a special guest, who won't be participating in the matches, but will be there as a special meet and greet. Special appearance by former UFC champion Matt Hughes, which I know the boss is very excited about. He's a big Matt Hughes fan. He kept it a big secret before he released that name. So
In fact, it was the first name that was released.
yeah, he was. he told me in Sarge I got a huge name. He wouldn't tell me who it was. I guess Brock Lesnar. He told me it was a fighting somebody who used to fight in the UFC. I was like, Brock Lesnar? Of course it wasn't Brock Lesnar.
Could have gone, "Hey, what do you mean, CM Punk?"
Right. So if you're in there, if you're in the Facebook, give us a chat. Sarge, don't do it because you're driving. Hopefully you can hear us. We're going to jump right back into discussion about Saturday night's main event. We're going to try to get through this WWE chatter and move on to a show that we actually like, which is AEW, but we're doing our due diligence as radio journalists to get fair and honest opinions.
I don't know about fair opinions right now because we're kind of dogging them a little bit.
We're being honest.
So going back to the match between Danhausen, no disqualification against Jay McDonough. Of course, you knew shirts were getting ripped. That jersey, that poor jersey, is no longer. Oh, I just feel so bad. Can you hear it in my voice? How bad I feel that they actually ripped his jersey, Danhausen's jersey.
Well, he
into
still had the
pieces.
pants.
He still got the pants. Good. Obviously, shenanigans going on. The Mini-Hausens come
The
out.
Mini-Hausens have run their course.
You're done with the Mini-Hausen?
I never want to see them again. They're fine. I don't want them.
And they were about ready to put one of the Mini-Hausens through a table.
Yep.
How could you put a Mini-Hausen through a table, of all things to do? There was Danhausen up on the ramp next to the cloning machine. It's spitting and it's spurting, and the door falls open, and you would think it was going to be a wrestler.
I was hoping and praying for Omos.
Omos?
That was the one I wanted.
Could have been Omos. Could have been Braun Strowman.
He's not wrestling though.
Could have been Wardlow, which I still think.
Okay, could have been.
Could have been.
Wardlow debuting there and his WWE debut would have been a dud. I'm sorry.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless they turned it into something. Like, unless they kept him as, like, Danhausen's Frankenstein bodyguard.
Right.
That would have been okay.
Right. Well, that's kind of where I was thinking. Is Wardlow is going to be Danhausen's bodyguard.
But no, who did we get?
We got NBA player. Is it on there? They call him the Big Cat.
Oh, the Big Cat. Okay.
And he looked like he was probably about 6'8", maybe 7 foot. Walks down the ring, choke slams Dominic.
You know what? I thought that was a good choke slam.
Did you like the
I'm
choke
not
slam?
even gonna lie, not even because he gave it to Dominic. I was like, that's a solid choke slam. They
Right.
must have like really practiced that
Right.
to really get it right. It looked it looked professional.
And
so good for him. I
good
guess.
for him. Did you like the whole them standing there doing the "You Are Cursed" thing? Do we need to do it like 8 times or during the Danhausen match?
No, we don't need to do it 8 times. We need to do it once.
Right. So then there's another slam by the big guy on Jay McDonough. Danhausen picks him up and hits him with the, now calling the Triple D, the Danhausen Death Drop.
Yay.
Stolen from Sting.
That's okay. I mean, Darby's still doing
It's just
this
like
stuff.
calling it the Mexican Destroyer.
You just don't like it. Huh?
I don't like it.
What do you want to call it?
Just call it a Death Drop.
Well, they are. They're calling it a
You don't need a added letter and
You don't need an
the Triple
adjective?
D. The Triple D, the Danhausen Death Drop. Please. And Danhausen picks up the win in a hard-fought victory over
That
JD. No, absolutely not.
I'm getting sick of seeing JD I'm already sick of seeing Dominic. I always will be. I'm done with this. Danhausen keeps me laughing, so that's...
You're okay with it?
It's not that I'm okay with it. I'm kind of sick of his matches.
Do you even like the Miz and Kip being zombies for him?
Short answer, no. Long answer, kind of, because there's some entertainment to it. Some. Like they're zombies. They didn't make an appearance, though.
Right.
I don't think they were on SmackDown either.
No.
Gosh, I just...
They must be with Jay. Sitting on the beach somewhere.
I'm pausing just because I don't know what else to say.
Yeah.
Danhausen is fun. Little HD loves Danhausen.
My daughter loves Danhausen.
Yeah, there's something about it.
There's everybody, and every single time is now, you are cursed.
And that's okay. It's okay. He's got a catchphrase and it's over. He needs different antics. He needs to stop spraying sparklers out of the turnbuckle. He needs something different.
He's just not believable.
Well, he's not supposed to be. Was The Undertaker believable when he shot lightning out of the sky?
Yes.
He was.
He
That was
the,
believable?
He was the phenom.
Well, he's not. Danhausen is very evil and very nice. So you're just going to have to get over it.
I'm just going to have to get over it, you think?
Uh-huh. You're gonna have, I mean, Kane had magical powers.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're just going to have
I'm
to...
okay with magical powers, but you have to fit it. The wrestler has to fit it. And Danhausen does not fit. Just by cursing somebody, you're going to get a victory. And then they're going to lose and lose some more. Just like Liv Morgan, because she's now cursed, she's going to lose at SummerSlam to Io Sky.
Well, you know what needs to happen. Liv Morgan needs to dump Dominic's butt and just couple up with Danhausen.
Just couple up with Danhausen? No.
And we'll have Livhausen.
Livhausen.
Okay, what's next?
The next match was a match between Lyra Valkyria and Bayley.
You mean Bayley versus Nikki Cross?
Huh? No.
God, it is uncanny how much she looks like Nikki Cross.
She does.
It's
She
crazy.
does.
Why would you even...
Do you like the direction that they're suddenly going with Lyra Valkyria?
No, not at all. Lyra was a great babyface. She had the theme song. She has the wrestling ability. She has the babyface nature.
The crowd can get by the whole chant. Yeah.
And it's not just... there's that. I mean, every wrestler needs a fun entrance, but people were behind her. She had that babyface aura about her, but just the mere fact that they made her look and act like Nikki Cross.
Right.
One, you fired Nikki Cross.
Correct.
Two, I'm not buying this.
I'm not buying the whole I'm sad, I'm just disappointed in the way my career has been. I'm broken.
Yeah.
Lyra Valkyria. I mean, that's the...
So...
They're stealing a chain from the Hardys.
What I think they should have done, and I hope they listen, they can still do it, is they can set, you know how they did the Bayley Two-Face thing? Let's do a Lyra Two-Face thing.
Well, that's what they're setting up, I
But
think.
Lyra hasn't gone back to being good Lyra in a while. Like, they haven't done the angel and devil on the shoulder. She's just straight up ugly makeup, bad hair, bangs over the face. They haven't gone back to nice Lyra.
Right.
They should. They should have a Monday Night Raw segment or whatever vignette where she apologizes.
Right.
And they become friends.
Speaking of apologies,
no.
Bayley should apologize to Lyra for busting her nose open.
No, only if...
See, I think that was an accident also.
It was probably an accident because women don't bleed. You don't want to see pretty ladies.
So now we've had two matches with color with women.
So I have a point to make about that. But second of all, the only way the apology would work is if Lyra turns nice Lyra. Then Bayley can be like, I'm so sorry I busted your nose up. Let's be friends again. And then we have the whole... They can both have split personalities. I think that'd be cool.
Right. See, I thought they were going to stop the match. Literally, because that happened, maybe 2 minutes into the match, and Lyra's kind of caught up in the ropes, and Bayley gives her a right cross, and it just catches her in the nose. And you can see her next reaction. She's just got her face in her hands, and it's already starting to gush. And so she was outside the ring, and there was actually twice that it seemed like the ref was stopping the match and telling Bailey, you just need to back up for a second.
So I think a conversation could be had that since these injuries are happening in women's matches, I'm not going to single out the women, but we're not having house shows anymore.
Correct.
No one's practicing their skills, and we're having people get hurt. And one criticism I've always had about the women, especially NXT women, is there's too choreographic. Now Bailey is an expert. She's a veteran. Accidents happen.
Right. I think it was clearly, and I'm sure there was apologies afterwards and back.
I guarantee there were apologies in the back because I've seen it firsthand. But maybe Lyra was in the wrong spot to catch the move that broke her nose. The NXT gals, Fatal Attraction, to me, I said it earlier, they're too choreographic. They're too in their own heads about what move is next. There's nothing, in my mind, maybe the word I was looking for was natural. I feel nothing natural about Fatal Attraction.
Okay.
They are too, even in their walk to the ring, they're
stiff.
They're stiff. I gotta get my hand motions in the right spot. I'm having trouble buying into them. And
Thinking too much.
Yeah, they're thinking too much. They're not natural. They're acting too much. I don't know. The fact that it was in two women's matches, I think, should raise concern.
Right. I'm like, okay, and you could tell it was both of them unintentional, but both of them happened. So, ended up being actually, Lyra Valkyrie ended up surviving and actually ended up being a 10-15 minute match. Even
with an aftermath.
And literally actually got Bailey to tap out by a submission.
Right, and then there was the beatdown afterwards. So what are they doing with this? I feel like Bailey needed the win myself.
Yeah.
Even though Bailey's the veteran and has been there, Bailey still, I feel like she's in her prime. We need to do something with Bailey. I don't care what it is. Have her beat Liv. I mean, I don't really. Have her beat Io Sky. I don't know. Whatever. I don't know.
But what they're doing with Bailey, she's basically becoming Natty still on Raw.
She's becoming Natty. She's just there to put Lyra over right now.
Put the young people over.
Lyra.
And
because I don't know what we're doing with Lyra.
When Becky Lynch comes back, I'm sure you don't want to see Bailey and Becky Lynch again because they've done that round and round.
They have done it round and round, but if they did it again, I think Bailey needs to win.
Right.
I don't know. Let's take a break on that note. We just love WWE, if you can't tell. We're gonna take a break. It'll be about 30 seconds.
No, it'll be about 59
59 seconds. I apologize. Each commercial break is about 30 seconds. We will be right back.
Finley Shoe Store is a local family and veteran-owned tradition in historic downtown Troy, Missouri, dedicated to serving the local community and providing great customer service. Their brands include Red Wing, Irish Setter, Works, Birkenstock, Brooks, Merrill, New Balance, Skechers, Thorogood, as well as Superfleet insoles, state-of-the-art 3D foot scanner to ensure you get just the right insoles for you. Finley Shoe Store, providing men's and women's quality footwear in Lincoln County area since 1947. Finley Shoes, 636-528-8247.
Welcome to MegaNet. For slow internet, press 1. For a different customer service, press 2. For confusing pricing, press 3. For extremely long wait times, stay on the line. You are 87th in line, 85th in line, 87th in line, 85th in line.
Where there was frustration, now there's satisfaction.
Hello, this is Helen at Gateway Fiber. How may I help you?
Isn't it time to refresh your internet provider? For more information, visit gatewayfiber.com.
And we're back live. This is Uncensored Wrestling Talk, KYRO, 105.3 FM, 1280 AM. We are live on Facebook and YouTube, Uncensored Wrestling Talk. Go find us. Sarge is not here. This is referee HD Daniels. He is Superfan Tim. I don't know if I'm pressing the buttons right. Let me know if we're live. I think we're live. If you're on the radio, let me know what's going on. We are in the middle of a discussion of Saturday night's main event. We were just talking about the women. Let's move on to...
It'd be the last match because they only had 4 matches last night.
Okay.
Which was the CM Punk, Cody Rhodes versus Gunther and Sami Zayn match.
What about Trick Williams?
That was actually a pre-show.
Oh, okay.
It was on the pre-show. It was a dark match.
Okay.
I didn't see it, so I can't.
It's unmentionable anyway.
Right.
Okay.
It is Trick Williams by all means right now.
Yeah.
Of course, if Gunther, Sami Zayn pick up the victory, they're added to SummerSlam main event. We make it a fatal 4-way. So this one, I actually, of all the matches last night, I was okay with this match.
You're okay with
the pace,
beginning, middle, and end?
Yes.
Okay.
Everything kind of flowed and made sense on this one.
All right.
Hot tags, move after move. There really wasn't a chance to stop and get your breath for a good amount of time.
Right. What'd you think of Sami and Gunther as a team?
You can see that they tagged just to tag.
Uh-huh.
Could it be a future team? No, absolutely not.
I hope not.
I was expecting a turn by CM Punk or have something happen between Cody Rhodes and CM Punk and one of them would not be able to compete anymore or left the other one high and dry.
But that would be a detriment because they would make it a fatal 4-way. So
They'd
they
make
had to work together.
See, I thought they were going to end up making it a fatal 4-way.
So did I. I was surprised they didn't, but I'm also surprised they didn't. The money, I guess, is Punk versus Cody. I just don't care.
So what did you think of, there was a spot towards the end where your favorite referee, Charles Robertson, Mr. Let's beat up the referee time.
Yep. Him and Dan Angler, they always get beat up.
Got steamrolled by CM Punk and Sami Zayn.
I just got to give props to Charles Robertson, Little Nature Boy. He's in his 60s taking those moves.
Part of me wondered, was he, I think there was something supposed to happen there, but I don't think it was supposed to be that hard. But he literally got landed on by both wrestlers.
Props to you, Little Nature Boy. He's my hero. I love Charles Robinson.
See, I imagine you would have got that and you would have been like, what are you guys doing? You're not supposed to hit me that way.
Oh, afterwards there may have been that there may have been that conversation.
A conversation?
Yeah. I hope he got paid extra for that.
Right.
I think they do.
So then, then the tag team, against Gunther where you got Punk and Cody Rhodes just teeing off on Gunther. Then the belt gets introduced. There's a headshot. Then the referee's coming down. Gunther's going for the pin. 1, 2, referee gets pulled out of the ring.
Yes, sir.
By none other than Nick Aldis.
Kind of a heel move.
He just disrupted the main potential. Well, he did disrupt the main event for SummerSlam.
He did. But he costed his nemesis his opportunity.
And then Gunther was leaning over the ropes and Nick hit him with the belt.
Yep. So, Cody, Gunther and Sami lose, which sets up Cody versus CM Punk at SummerSlam. Martin in the Facebook chat, hello Martin, says the 4-way would have been better. I don't know what I agree with. I can't get behind Gunther, but a 3-way I would have been behind with Sami Zayn. That would have been fine with me.
You just don't like Gunther? Is that the problem?
I can't get behind him.
See, to me, it would be better if it was Punk, Gunther, and Rhodes. And leave Sami out.
Gunther hasn't earned it. Sami is deserving of a rematch. He lost the world title.
See, I think Gunther's earned it by,
He hasn't won the title or been number one contender. He's lost every
but he's retired
opportunity.
several people.
Well, you know, I guess retiring people that are gonna retire anyway. Martin's tired of all four.
Right.
I'm tired of all four. Let's get a different scene in the
Yeah.
world championship scene. I'm tired of all.
If they want to fight, you have to come up with a, it's like The Rock and Roman Reigns. At least there's a backstory to that. You got to create some backstories for this other stuff.
I was thinking, I think on the drive here yesterday, if it wasn't Roman and it wasn't Punk and it wasn't Cody, who would we want as world champion? LA Knight?
LA Knight.
Is that who we want? Who else? I say Drew McIntyre.
Mhm.
I would want him to stay. Who else? Did we want Jacob to win or was it too soon?
Too soon for Jacob.
I agree.
And as much as I hate it, wouldn't be bad to have Jay as the champion.
Wow, Sarge isn't here and we
I know.
drop a bombshell like that.
I know.
Are you gonna eat with that?
No.
No. I thought it would have been really interesting to have Jay and Roman as champions together.
Mm-hmm.
That was a direction they really, Cody versus Punk could have been number one contender. Cody loses to Jay at SummerSlam. Punk comes back and they fight for the number one contendership for the SmackDown title. And then you have Jay and Roman with this dynamic of the head of the table and the foot of the table. That would have been really cool. Well, we're not going to do that.
No. So at the, you're thinking, okay, there's the final match. It was the final match of the night, but the show wasn't over.
No.
Couple little things, the tidbits that people go back and watch is there was an interaction between Cody Rhodes and Punk afterwards where Punk slung the belt over his shoulder and caught Rhodes in the face with it, right below the eye.
Is that intentional?
Was it?
I don't know. I'd have to.
Then
Okay.
Punk's walking out. So go back and look at it.
All right.
See if it was intentional. How's Cody going to react to that?
Cody keeps getting his eyes hurt.
Yep.
It's like Aleister Black is back.
But then we have, if you look at the timer, we have like 20 minutes left in the show.
Yep.
20 minutes.
10 of which
was them just walking to the ring. 8 more of it was just Roman Reigns talking.
What did he talk about?
How great, what's his name? Jalen Bronson is the king of New York.
Why do they think?
So,
you know what? They don't think.
I have a real problem. This is really kind of like the cherry on the top of me hating WWE.
Okay, go ahead.
Why is this segment your final segment?
Because it's what's going to make them the most headlines today, this morning. There are headlines out there right now. Roman Reigns, an NBA basketball star, in the ring at the same time, holding up the black and blue belts that they got.
Crazy.
They're making more money off that segment than they did any other match of the entire show.
That's wrong. It's absolutely wrong. Yeah, Seth came out with the guy from Cleveland Cavaliers, or Indiana Pacers. Supposedly the nemesis,
Yeah.
But again, nothing happened between the basketball players. There was
This ain't
nothing happening.
WCW. They ain't gonna be dropping diamond cutters.
Right. And it just turned into this Nick's love fest.
I wonder if Nick's paid them for this. Makes me wonder. How did?
So now, if you're a basketball fan, you dislike the Knicks, you should dislike Roman Reigns because he put the Knicks over and the King of New York, Jalen Bronson, so big that he is obviously a Knicks fan.
It was such an odd. It was so weird to hear Roman talk like that to try and put someone else over as much as he did.
Right.
God, just.
Let alone 10 minutes of sticking your finger in the air.
Horrific. Yeah. Here we go. We're getting some chatter in Facebook thanks to Martin. Entrances are just too dang long. Showmanship is one thing, but TV is going too far with 30 seconds and longer walks to the ring. It lets folk cool too. I don't know what that last statement means, Martin, but all right.
Basically, you're with the long walks, you're bored by the time they get to the ring. So your crowd, they're taking the crowd out by having these elaborate long
How about
walks.
the OVA entrance? What's your opinion on that?
Again, I think it's too long.
Too long?
Mm-hmm.
People,
even though people are just doing the,
you can't get into it?
I don't mind it, but about 3 of these, I'm
long.
done.
Oh, all right.
It's the motion, and I'm not going to do it. I'll do the yes.
You'll do the yes, the worst one of all?
But it got old.
Yes got old the second it happened. I was there.
It's just, they've got so much production going into these entrances that, like Harley Race says, shut up and wrestle.
Shut up and wrestle. Well, they're not talking in their entrances, so.
Correct.
Stop walking and wrestle.
No, it just, and how many guests and people, famous people did they show last night at Madison Square Gardens?
Well, it's New York. They always do that.
Right. But half their PLEs are turning into, well, look who showed up.
Yeah. And then they can put that on their social media.
Right.
Garner attractions.
Right.
That's why they do it. They're not a wrestling company anymore.
Mm-mm. Let alone if you're going to have Tom Brady slap, not Jake Paul, Logan Paul.
Logan Paul. That was a while ago, though.
No, it happened Saturday at the Fan Fest.
Oh, okay. All right. Who watches those?
They put it on TV, and they're like, hey, look at this.
We've talked about WWE enough.
Yep.
If you disagree with us or you agree with us, let us know. But we're going to move on to something we like.
Oh, Martin says, you get Seth, then Oba, then the Vision. We're talking about cheering for dang near 20 minutes of cheering for a PPO walking. Yep. And Brady hits like a girl. Yeah, it did look like it was a girl slap.
Well, you can take a slap next time, sir, and let us know if it hits like a girl. So let's move on to something you and I both like.
Actually.
No, you got something?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, actually, I do like that.
Oh, you actually do like
I do like that we're moving on.
AEW. The best show of the week, consistently, for months, if not a year or more. Just the best show.
I mean, Dynamite's killing it.
Dynamite is killing it, and I'm going to say, like Omega and Ospreay, I don't know what's going on, and that's a good thing.
Right.
I like that I don't know what's going on. It's not predictable. Where does Jon Moxley fit in this whole thing? Is Will Ospreay going to be a heel Death Rider? Where are we going with this main event thing? I'm not a fan of the Kevin Knight involvement. I could care less about that.
It cannon fodder for the time being.
Correct.
To get us through.
And we don't need that unless Kenny needs practice or something, but we don't need that.
Well, the whole thing with Kevin Knight is the fact that MJF promised a title shot, and so,
And Kenny was like, so? He's not the champion anymore.
Right. But then Kenny goes, you know what?
You can have it.
You can have it.
Because he's such a nice guy.
I'm a nice guy.
Nice
Because I know I'm going to win.
I know, exactly. We all know he's going to win. That is one thing I don't like about AEW. I don't
There's still some predictability as far as the outcome.
Yes. I don't like the predictability of the waste of time matches, and this is a waste of time match.
But the thing about it is, with Kevin Knight, he does perform well. And that's the thing about AEW. The wrestlers are performing.
They are.
They're telling a story within the storyline. The matches are good.
Do you think they sell enough in their matches? I wish they would sell a little more. Even at the top, Ospreay, Swerve, Omega, they don't sell enough.
No, and the fact that you take 3 pile drivers before you start acting like you have an effect from it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. But the not knowing which way they're going with the
Continue.
oh, it's like an important phone call.
Yeah.
Not knowing which way they're going to go with whatever character, now you've got all of a sudden Bandito and Brody King getting involved with the Don Callis family.
You know what? I started this whole thing saying how much I liked AEW, and you had to say
Don Callis?
those 3 words, Don Callis family. I freaking hate it. I hate everything about it. The members are fine. Fletcher has a title. Mark Davis has a title. The Okada and Fletcher dynamic is okay. Kevin Knight has a title. But they don't need to be in a faction whatsoever. They can be heels on their own. I cannot stand the Don Callis or Don Callis family. Can't stand it.
But if you really think about it, the Don Callis family in this faction is driving AEW. Everything that is, one, because they're such a big faction,
Yeah.
but everything that AEW does seems to have some effect, either outcome from Don Callis or towards Don
But
Callis.
that's only because they're involved with the name Don Callis. Everything could be happening as it is, exactly how it is without Don Callis.
Okay.
When that guy opens his mouth, I just can't. It's like fingers on a chalkboard. I can't stand the way he talks. I can't stand the way he does commentary. I can't stand seeing him in the ring. I don't like him. And Kyle Fletcher could be a heel all on his own without him.
Right.
Mark Davis could be with Kyle Fletcher because they were a tag team. We don't need this. We don't need it at all. Andrade could have become a babyface naturally, as he already was, with his whole "I'm going to take off my pants" gimmick.
Yeah.
I
So
just can't stand it.
you speaking of Andrade,
Uh-huh.
the match between him and I'm sorry, I have to call him
Uh-huh.
Jake something, even though
Uh-huh.
he's
Jake Doyle.
Jake Doyle now. I was very entertained by that match. I'd almost say match of the week.
Jake Doyle can really wrestle.
Yes.
Andrade can really wrestle. And finally, after years of watching Andrade, whether it's AEW or WWE, there's finally something to bite into with him.
Mhm.
I've never cared about him. Never once.
Never had a catchphrase.
Never when he
Finally gets a catchpage.
even when he was with
How you know?
Yeah. I don't even know what that means. But he just says it for no
Right.
reason. Even when he was with Selena Vega in NXT, I didn't care. Just never cared.
Right.
Finally, he's got a little bit of character with him. People are getting behind him, and
I think
I
he's
like
kind of, to me, he's harking back and kind of bringing more of an Eddie Guerrero
I agree.
style
Now,
back.
I will give credit where credit's due. He is over because of his departure from the Don Callis family.
Mhm.
That helped him get over, but he was getting over on his own
Right.
already. He didn't need this.
He didn't need to come back and even be put in the Don Callis family. But, stuff like that happens.
All right, folks, ladies and gentlemen, that was a terrible segue into our last break of the hour. We're going to take a 2 to 3 minute break. We will be right back.
Weber Chevrolet. In the auto business, you don't just automatically stick around for 120 years. You gotta earn it. We've come a very long way from selling wagons and farm implements and the like on the riverfront, where the arch now stands. Now, we have 4 great dealerships in the St. Louis and Southern Illinois areas, all in the 270 loop. It's a legacy built on trust, hard work, and commitment to our community. But what matters most is you, our valued customers. It's no surprise, times have changed, vehicles have changed, car buying has changed, but we're still here to do what we've done for the past 120 years, helping people find great cars and trucks to meet their family's needs and budgets. And that's something that nobody else can say. See for yourself why for 120 years, Weber has been the name that you can rely on. Visit us at any of our locations in Granite City, Columbia, Illinois, and Creve Coeur. You can also find us on Facebook on WeberAutomotive.com.
People are talking about Don Julio's Mexican restaurant in the Winfield Plaza and Don Julio's Taco Express at number 3 Troy Center, setting the standard for authentic Mexican food and great drinks. Carry out or dine in 7 days a week at both great locations.
My laptop died.
Stop in or order online for carryout at DonJuliosWinfield.com or DonJuliosTroy.com.
I'm on Facebook.
Don Julio's Mexican Restaurant in the Winfield Plaza and Don Julio's Taco Express at number
Mark
3
says
Troy
that should
Center.
fit you.
And don't forget,
Yeah.
buy one, get
Thank
one
you.
free on Wednesday in Troy
I know.
and on Monday in Winfield. That's Don Julio's Mexican Restaurant in the Winfield Plaza and Don Julio's Taco Express at number 3 Troy Center. Veteran owned and operated. Bringing great authentic Mexican food home to Lincoln County. Hasta pronto.
When Donald Trump needs conservative votes to help pass his agenda for Missouri, Representative Tricia Burns never answers the call. Tricia Burns has missed 370 votes. Burns is bucking President Trump's priorities. Burns did not vote to stop DEI initiatives, prevent China from owning Missouri land, defund Planned Parenthood, and Burns did not vote to ban boys from girls' sports. Tricia Burns not showing up for Missouri and President Trump. Instead, Tricia Burns spends her time pulling pranks on the suicide prevention hotline. Yes, you heard that right. Tricia Burns lied to the police and staged a fake suicide emergency. She sent a series of messages to the hotline and said she, quote, had a gun to her head, end quote. When she got caught, she said there'd be no consequences because she's a politician. By August 4th, vote to show Tricia Burns that there are consequences to being bad at your job. Cut the Bullpack paid for and is responsible for the content of this advertising, not authorized by any candidate or candidate committee.
And we're back. This is Uncensored Wrestling Talk. I am referee HD Daniels. He is Superfan Tim. This is KYRO 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, Gateway Fiber Studios. We are live on the radio. We are live on Facebook. We are live on YouTube. We are talking about AEW. I'm trying to fill in for Sarge here, trying to do
You're doing
all
a
the
wonderful
right
job.
things.
You're doing a wonderful
Thank
job
you.
over there.
Thank you. We're both I'll put it, we're both filling in for Sarge. It takes two people to fill in for Sarge. I'm pressing the buttons. Tim's trying to keep me on task.
On task, as we say.
That was our last break of the hour. We are going to go off the air at 12 on the radio, but please go find us on Facebook and YouTube. We will stay live on those streaming platforms for a couple more minutes after we go off the air. So we're kind of going all over the place here with AEW, and I don't mind because it's fun.
No, the thing I wanted to bring up was the match between Darby Allin and Brian Cage.
Okay.
Brian Cage literally tossed Darby into the ring post.
Darby asked him to break the fourth wall. Obviously.
I am sure he did, but come on, that was gnarly. Because it was literally his head, and only his head, back of his head hits the ring post.
So this is going to tie into the conversation we've been having for a year now, at least, about your and Sarge's opinion of Darby. Do you appreciate that kind of a stunt?
No.
No, why not?
Because literally you're going to kill yourself.
Were you entertained by it?
No.
You don't appreciate what Darby's doing for you?
I appreciate Darby and his I'm never going to die attitude. I don't appreciate him actually
trying to do it.
Trying to do it right there in a match.
How?
I mean,
so
do you think he hit harder than what he was planning?
I think Darby knew it was going to hurt, but I don't know how I don't know how to answer that because I don't know how Darby plans it. But I will say this: most of the moves that happen to Darby, he does to himself.
Right.
He jumps off something crazy.
Mhm.
He falls down a flight of stairs. How bad would it have been for AEW, Brian Cage, and everyone involved if Brian Cage killed him because he threw him?
Right.
That would have been really. Now
And
that I'm thinking about it,
Right. It would have affected Brian more, knowing that I should have maybe spoke up and said no, I'm not going to do that.
Well, no, it would have been.
I can understand throwing somebody back, and so their back hits the ring post. I can understand that, but literally, it was just his head.
Well, I'm more thinking of the moral repercussions and the backlash from the public of You literally just had someone kill somebody on TV. Now that I really think about it, can ruin your career, can ruin your company, can ruin your
Right.
morality. That was probably one of the most questionable things Darby has ever done.
Right. And I mean, he was literally down there holding the back of his head and rubbing the back of his head like, ooh, that hurt more than I thought it was going to.
But he knew it was going to hurt. Like, Darby knows what he's getting into.
Okay.
But no, I'm not saying I disagree. He knew it was going to hurt. The whole thing. You hit your head on the post, you land your body on the floor, there's an inch of padding, if that, on a concrete floor. He'll be back next week ruining the Kevin Knight and Omega match.
Well, no, next week he's actually going against Kevin Knight for the TNT Championship.
When is Omega fighting Kevin Knight?
At
Redemption. Yeah, that's
Sunday,
right.
next
I
a
feel
week
like-
from today.
And I remember thinking that is a waste of a pay-per-view match. I really feel like it is.
Martin says, Darby is like Super Dave without the comedy.
Oh, interesting. So it's not funny at all.
Mm-mm.
Not to Mr. Martin.
And Sarge has disappeared in Texas. No, Sarge is probably on the road somewhere in Texas.
Did Martin say Sarge disappeared?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know. He's driving. Maybe he doesn't have reception. I don't know. But Sarge, yes, he's out of the building. We're in charge. Dang it. We're running the show here.
So, that was, again, Darby, I understand what you're doing. I understand kind of your nature to be the daredevil thing, but you're going to hurt yourself really bad one of these times.
That's what we keep saying, and it hasn't happened.
Hasn't happened. What did you think of the Kyle Fletcher and Commander match?
I loved it, even though I knew there was no chance of Commander winning. I loved it. Did you like it?
Yes. I mean, to me, it was right up there with the Andrade.
Yeah.
I would say, personally, I thought the Andrade match was the match of the week. This is like 1A. Not much, but just the story told throughout the whole match was incredible.
These guys aren't phoning it in like they are in WWE.
Uh-uh.
They're putting on pay-per-view matches on random Wednesdays.
Right.
Just because.
Just because. It's like they got the attitude. Everybody has attitude. Okay, watch me.
I agree with you.
And that's what, for a company to be successful, it has to have the, all right, you just put on a showstopper, now I'm going to go top you.
WWE's doing it a different way. They're saying, hey, look at me, we have the Knicks on the show.
Right.
That's how they do it.
Mm-hmm. And then wonder why we complain.
They don't care.
They don't care.
They don't care that we're on the radio.
Right.
Complain. They don't care.
They'll be like,
They could
hey,
care
did
less.
you hear Uncensored Wrestling Talk was complain about WWE
Let 'em.
created?
Talk about us. We don't care. This is the show where we go viral. We don't know.
Do you like Adam Copeland and Christian Cage as the AEW champions?
I still do.
You still
I
do?
don't think you do.
If I thought they were going to could make it a year as champions, I'd say yes. But it's just a temporary spot.
And that's okay. It's like Sami Zayn. Let us have fun for a little while.
Right.
And then, I don't know, I hope it's not the Dogs, but someone else can win the titles.
You don't like the Dogs? Why don't you like the
There's
Dogs?
nothing to like about them. I don't know what...
They're the up-and-coming it group.
No, they're the up-and-coming... don't be surprised if they join the Don Callis family and just lose every match that they have. They're not there to win.
They're more with the Death Riders.
They're not there to win. The Dogs were not hired in AEW to win matches at all. They might win one, like on a collision, but they're not there to win. I don't know who Cage and Cope would lose to.
See, I hope Brodito comes back.
Right.
And I would like another run of Brodito.
What about the Young Bucks? Edge and Christian versus the Young Bucks? I think that's a match.
That's coming up. I think they're setting it up. It's like at Redemption now we've got Will Ospreay and Jon Moxley going against the Young Bucks. See how that turns out. But do I see the Young Bucks versus Edge and Christian by the end of the year? Yeah.
I was kind of hoping that the match they had when they won was going to be a triple threat with the Young Bucks, FTR, Edge and Christian, make it like TLC 6 or whatever the heck they had.
Right.
But maybe we'll still get something like that, another TLC match.
Yeah.
That would be fun, I think.
I
like Christian's a-hole attitude still. I think it's,
I
think it's quite funny.
That part of it is, I laugh every single time.
Every time. Yeah, I
you know, when he brings out, yeah, your mom wasn't that good.
Yep. Yeah, and I'm enjoying the Jay White dynamic.
Right. The whole, you know, why are you trusting him? And the snarky comment, see what happens whenever I'm around, you win.
Right. I agree. I like him. Some people could disagree, but let's see.
I was trying to think of anything else that really stood out on Dynamite.
What are we doing with MJF?
You know, I still think MJF will probably get another title shot. I'm thinking All Out. It won't shock me.
You think we're going to have a triple threat at Wembley?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think it's going to be one-up Ospreay versus
Omega.
Omega.
Is there going to be a heel in that match, you think?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
Okay.
It's just going to be one of those divided crowds or crowds that
It won't be divided very much.
Right.
It's in London.
Right, so that everybody's going to be for Will. Which is why I don't think you need a heel so much. And does Will actually pick it up? I'm starting
I hope so.
But is this where Moxley turns on Will?
On him? If Moxley turns on Will Ospreay in London at their biggest show of the year, I feel like they crap the bed.
You think so?
It's right there for the big pop. It's right there. It'd be like Cody losing at WrestleMania 39.
Right.
He screwed it up.
Right. Just like last year at All Out, not if Hangman and Page wouldn't have beat Moxley in the Texas Death.
Well, he did beat Moxley in Texas
Right.
Death.
But if he didn't,
wouldn't have.
it
Yes.
would.
It's right there. If you want Moxley to turn on Will, don't do it there. Set up Moxley versus Will for the next pay-per-view. Don't screw this up, in my
Right.
opinion. It's right there. You have it.
It's laid out on the silver platter.
It's right there. Don't be WCW. It's right there. Don't crap the bed.
Right.
But they could.
They could. They might. No. You know, I don't know what you're going to do with MJF. I don't know if it was a planned time off for him again. MJF is kind of one of those, he goes away, comes back, goes away, comes back, goes away, comes back. But when he's here, he does produce.
MJF is a broken record in my opinion, but his matches have gotten a lot better. His promos are all the same.
Right.
I wish they would change. I wish he would pull a Drew McIntyre and disappear for at least 6 months. But I feel like AEW thinks they need him, and maybe they do.
Maybe not, because the other thing I was thinking about this, when are we going to see New Day in AEW?
So have you seen the signs? It's been all over the internet. The Young Bucks were wearing New Day style merchandise, and they presented Kenny with a new title, like New Day did to Kofi Kingston.
See, the signs are there.
I hope it happens.
Does it happen at All In? And do you thrust them into the title picture just like with Cage and Christian or the Young Bucks?
Maybe.
Is that where you get a triple threat ladder match?
I'm a big fan of the New Day. I think I always will be. I don't know if they're going to be called the New Day, but I'm
Do you think they'll
excited
come
for
out
them.
just the day?
The Day? I don't know. I don't know. They could be called anything. I don't know if New Day is copywritten. But I'm excited for it to happen. When it happens, I don't know, and I'm glad I don't know.
Right.
But the dirt sheets might spoil it. Who knows?
But there are signs. There are signs.
There
like
are,
you said.
and I'm excited for them. I hope it happens. I hope they come. I hope they make a ton of money and show WWE how stupid they were.
Right. Well, we got about a minute left.
Almost 1 minute left while we're on the radio.
On the radio side.
Anything closing remarks for the radio audience?
Check out indie wrestling.
Any wrestling?
Indie wrestling.
Indie wrestling.
You know.
Which wrestling in particular?
Oh, definitely the NWA WLW wrestling.
The NWA World League Wrestling Territory Classic coming up August 15th. Multiple stars from all over the country. We're going to represent the territories on that day. I think it's going to be a really big day. The boss has something really big planned that's never been done before. I suggest everyone go to HarleyRace.com, get your tickets. As I catch my breath learning how to be a host. We are going to be signing off here on the radio in about 10 seconds. Stay with us on YouTube and Facebook. This is Referee HD Daniels. He is Superfan Tim. We are signing off in 3, 2, 1. Thank you.
Live from the Gateway Fiber Studios. Online at gatewayfiber.com. News Radio 105.3, 1280 KYRO Troy. It's
All right.
12 o'clock.
I think I did it right, Sergeant.
The Press Now show is
Turn it down.
Yep. What do we want to talk about now? Lettuce?
Martin says he's wearing his
pooping?
Bootios shirt right now.
Yeah?
Bootios!
I don't know. I never tried Bootios. Don't know if they're good. I think this is all good here.
Yeah, get the rackets back up.
Yep.
No, as far as Dynamite goes, I think that's pretty much everything that highlighted me for Dynamite.
Okay.
That I was like, yeah, I want to bring that up. Collision last night. Man, I almost wish I was watching Collision last night instead of watching the Saturday night's main event.
So Collision surprises me. So it used to be the best show of the week about a year or so ago.
Mm-hmm.
The wrestling was just top notch. Collision has since become a predictability show to me. Matches just for the sake of matches with no outcome. And then you get weird things happen, like Adam Page shows up for no reason like he did last week. It's like, am I supposed to watch Collision or am I supposed to not care about Collision? So, I don't know. You enjoyed Collision though?
No, I really did, and Paul White was actually with Tony Schiavone.
Isn't he preparing for a retirement match?
See, originally the dirt sheet said he was supposed to be leaving at this last beach break or bash at the beach or whatever. Do a retirement match, but they never set it up.
Okay.
Interesting enough, and it was kind of funny. Tommaso Ciampa has his match, and against Myron Reed of the Rascals.
Yeah.
Again, the Rascals, why aren't they in the picture?
I don't know.
For the tag. Anyway.
Why isn't the Hurt Business in the tag?
Correct. So do we need MJF all the time? No. There's plenty of stars. But Tommaso Ciampa goes out, gets on Big Show standing there, or Paul, everybody knows him as the Big Show.
Yeah.
Standing there, stands on the chair just so he could be almost eye level with him.
That's so funny.
And starts talking to him. Hilarious.
Yes.
You know.
AEW just has that funny factor.
Right.
Like,
they know when to pull it. Whereas WWE with this Danhausen is shoving down your throat.
WWE is a classic example. I guarantee that was Tommaso's idea.
Right.
They were just backstage goofing around. He's like, I'm going to put up a stool, and it's going to get over.
Right. Jungle Jack Perry versus Nick Wayne, I thought was a good match. But was it a great match? No.
So I didn't mean to groan, but Jack Perry's promos lately, I'm so confused by them.
What's confusing?
It's not confusing because he's laying it out. This is phase 2. This is phase 2 of my career. I'm gonna do great things. But in order for me to do great things, I'm gonna take a step backward to give Nick Wayne a chance to beat me. Like, that's silly. I felt the whole thing was silly.
I think what he was doing is he's saying he wants to give someone else a shot.
Sure.
Because he's not in the title picture.
Uh-huh.
And I think it's because the way he makes it sound, his plans to be in the title picture will be soon after, I'm going to guess, All Out.
Right. I guess.
But wants to be in that title picture. That's his next step, is to be in the title picture. But personally,
right,
I would really almost like to see him in Bandito and have him be Ring of Honor World Champion for a while.
What does Ring of Honor champion do for anyone?
It gets you on television, on Collision and Dynamite regularly.
Semi-regular. They're not on every week. I don't know if that's a good move for him. It would be a move.
Right.
It would be a world championship that he gets to hold. I could be with it if they do something with it, but they rarely, very rarely do. Look at Athena.
Right.
She is only now on TV more.
Right.
Took her years to be on TV.
Just to be able to get up to that
Mark
level.
Briscoe wasn't on TV very much. Jericho was one of the only ones that took that title on TV every week.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Do you like the Brawling Birds?
I do.
Do you believe that they could beat the
They're the only team that could.
Dominion?
Yeah, the Dominion. They're the only team that could. I kind of hope they do. I'm kind of bored with the Dominion.
Made them too powerful, too over.
It's just repetitive over. It's too repetitive. And the Sisters of Sin have become lackeys. They've become the J word. They're not special anymore.
Right. Even though they're going to get a hardcore match next Wednesday.
Julia Hart and Sky Blue, there's just nothing intriguing about them anymore. Thekla has taken over and basically broken away from the faction.
Right.
Because she's so good.
Right.
I think. No?
But,
Am I wrong?
No, I agree.
Okay.
I agree. What Julia used to be, Julia Hart, when she was with Aleister Black.
Yeah, the War Dog. Not the War Dogs.
What did they call themselves?
Sarge would know, and he's getting mad at me right now. What was their faction called? Turn off my computer. The Buddy Murphy, Malachi Black,
and
Brody Lee, Julia Hart, the something, whatever they were called.
Yeah, but they've lost that. They, she still does the Miz, but they've lost. When it comes to Julia Hart,
She lost her aura. She has no aura anymore.
Because you're second fiddle to
Thekla. Yep, I agree.
Do you like Thekla as a champion?
I do. I think she's going to lose, though.
To Willow? Sunday?
So I was thinking about that. It's going to be Willow versus Sasha Banks at All In.
Mm-hmm.
Or
That's
Tekla,
what I think.
Or Tekla versus Sasha Banks, heel versus heel.
See, I think it's going to be Willow and Sasha. I think it's a bigger draw right now.
Probably, or will it be a triple threat?
Yeah,
If the three of them at All In, that means Willow has to win.
Or
Like
does
redemption.
does Thekla cause a DQ or does Mercedes cause a DQ?
Shenanigans happen to create the triple threat,
Right.
which I would be fine with, and then I'd be fine with Willow winning.
Right.
I really like Willow. I'm tired of Mercedes. I'm tired of Mercedes with a belt. I'm not tired of Mercedes in general. But she has never won the women's championship.
Right. This is the one belt she hasn't won.
Right. Right.
So that's really all I got as far as
Okay.
AEW.
All right.
Unless you have something else.
I don't. I didn't print any dirt sheets like we normally do.
No, I didn't print off any dirt sheets because that's Sarge's. And
That's Sarge's thing.
even last week I was reading the dirt sheet afterwards and getting mad, and he goes, "That's why." I'm like, "You're making me put them over, Sarge."
All right. So I think we're gonna close the show. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you, everyone.
Facebook and YouTube.
And Sarge says, "Go watch some wrestling."
I forgot to say that on the radio, but
I know.
That's Sarge's thing. Maybe if I host more, we'll I'll get it down.
Get it down?
I'll get it down. So let's see. I'm gonna close the YouTube. Bye YouTube.